The Knicks never look better than they did earlier on, getting off the... So the New York starting five. They've got Taj Gibson. Payton is out there with Barrett. Then there's Mo Harkless. And it's Randall in at the 4. And for Charlotte, we've got Devontae Graham. P.J. Washington is out there with Bismack Biyombo. Then there's Terry Rozier. And it's Bridges in at the 3. Now, here's Bridges. And Bridges jams it in.
Oh, man, he can sky. Can't he? Bridges is an amazing finisher at the rim. He enjoys putting on a little bit of a show.
And one of the things that stands out when you see Bridges, that explosive leaping ability.
But, yeah, he gets off the ground quickly and makes adjustments in mid-air. There's a smoothness to his athleticism. He's still putting it all together, but there's a lot to work with.
And so it's New York with it. Following the bucket by the Hornets, Randall. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton.
Let the big man eat. Give it to Randall there, and he's locked in on scoring.
And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. A 3 ball. Here's Biyombo. Washington kicks to Graham. Pass to Bridges. Just 4 to shoot. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Taj Gibson picks one up.
Well, he's an attacking player, and that means Bridges is going to get his share of time at the line. That'll never make him change his style.
Here's Payton. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And the 6'4", 485-pound Payton certainly has a unique skill set. Also wants to keep improving as a leader.
He's perfect from the line this time. The Hornets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Rozier for 3. They get it back. Here's Biyombo. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Yeah, that's what's frustrating because you did the job defensively to get the stop, and then you gave it right back.
Charlotte's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Passes it to Biyombo. No one near Rozier as he lets it fly. And the 3 off target. Now here's Payton. He's covered by Washington. Here's Gibson. Kicks it to Harkless. Pass to Payton. And the foul called on Bismack Biyombo. That'll be his second foul of the game.
2 fouls, and we're not even out of the first quarter. That's not a good pace to set.
Charlotte making some changes. Zeller, he's checked in for Bismack Biyombo. And Bacon subbed in for Terry Rozier. And then for New York, Robinson's checked in for Gibson. Reggie Bullock comes in for Harkless. And it's Ntilikina in for Elfrid Payton.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
Ntilikina kicks to Randall. Stolen by Washington. Here's Graham. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Knicks trail by 6. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. Ray, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There's no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation or one of the best, and I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys.
Yes,
They're truly
yes.
great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities. And those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
Here's Ntilikina. Following the bucket by the Hornets.
And registering one of the highest verticals at the NBA Combine, Zeller can send your shot back.
Graham with the bucket.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Robinson. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Here's Washington. And then Washington with the dunk.
Well, a versatile weapon on offense. Washington is great at recognizing when he should look to penetrate.
Here's Ntilikina. Defended by Batum. Right wing. Portis, the pass to Knox. Robinson dishes to Bullock. 6 to shoot to the right side. Here's Knox. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Good anticipation on the feed. He knows exactly where to go with that ball.
Charlotte leading by 7. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And the pass to Bacon. Back to Graham. To the middle. Shot by Zeller, no good. Pass to Portis. Back to Bullock. Portis kicks to Ntilikina. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
Yeah, great job of getting the look before the horn sounded and gaining some momentum.
We'll get right back to the action when we return. Earlier on, we ran into Bobby Portis to explain the origin of the...
I think the underdog story, started when I was a kid.
And Greg, playing with a chip on his shoulder, has served Portis well.
Some guys try to block out the haters. Portis uses it as fuel to keep achieving more.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's quickly break down the game, guys, we've been watching from the Hornets.
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. And New York, looking at who they've got. They've got Knox. Wayne Ellington is out there with Elfrid Payton. Then it's Mitchell Robinson. And it's Portis in at the power forwards position. Here's Bacon. Following the basket by Elfrid Payton. Back to Batum. The shot will not fall. So New York will take it the other way. Now here's Payton, covered by Biyombo. Payton looking around. Now the feed to Gibson. Pass to Portis. No one near Payton as he lets it go. That's Biyombo with the rebound. Charlotte leading by 3. Discussing Biyombo, it's hard not to think back to Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals against the Cleveland Cavaliers, isn't it?
I mean, how about 39 minutes? Only 7 points scored, but how about 26 rebounds to lead his team to victory? He actually had a terrific series all the way around and then parlayed that into a $72 million contract the following year.
Miles Bridges, he's checked in for the Hornets. And a switcher also for New York. Randall's checked in for Portis. Fast break now for Charlotte. Bridges leading the charge. And the dunk by Zeller.
Okay, he's putting that 7-foot frame to good use. I mean, Zeller pounding the glass.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, thank you and good evening. The Knicks made changes in coaching and the front office since the start of last season. But the question is, can they move forward? Their last winning season was back in 2013. Amidst the frenzy that is the media in New York, they'd like to make headlines going forward for all the right reasons this time. Kevin?
Thank you, David. They grabbed their own miss. Bridges, no one around him. He goes up again. Zeller finds Bridges. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Zeller's got the lead up to 9 now for the Hornets.
He plays with such intensity. It seems like Zeller's motor is always running. It certainly was there on that putback.
Payton outside. At the elbow, Randall. Here's Ellington. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And that's a foul. It's called on Wayne Ellington. That is his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the Hornets. Washington comes in for Biyombo. And Devontae Graham subbed in for Bacon. And a new group in for the Knicks. Robinson's checked in for Gibson. Reggie Bullock comes in for Maurice Harkless. It's checked in for Wayne Ellington. And Frank Ntilikina's subbed in for Payton. Now here's Graham. He's got 8. Drains the three-pointer.
Well, this is the kind of teammate Zeller is, willing to give it up when he has guys open.
Here's Ntilikina. Robinson up top. To the paint. Here's Bullock. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Bullock's got his first points of the night.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Stolen by Robinson. Barrett with the ball. Bridges covering. Got a piece of it. Now here's Bullock. Defended by Bridges. Barrett, no good.
And they continue to control the glass.
Here's Rozier. And then Washington with the dunk.
Well, I like how Washington gets positioned for the offensive rebound. He's got a nice feel for where he needs to be when the shot goes up.
Ntilikina passes to Robinson. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Oh, it's all about the assist on that play. He puts it in the perfect spot.
Graham finds Rozier. Now Zeller. Charlotte moving it around. Bridges for 3. Robinson pulls it in.
This quarter has been hit or miss for him. Mostly miss.
Count the basket.
You see the good speed, especially for a power forward. Randall making plays in transition.
Now here's Graham. He's guarded by Bullock. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And so he hits the technical free throw.
Well, for P.J. Washington, he's the rare first-round pick to come back for a second year of college at Kentucky, but I think he did him well.
Launches a 3. No good. And here's the fast break. Barrett leading the way. Got it. Good job in the low post. Barrett's got his first 2 points.
Aggressive pass on the break, straight up the court so he can get all the way to the bucket.
That's tipped.
Gotta have more of this moving forward. Portis has the size needed to turn back shots.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even back. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq, it was a big-time first quarter for Devontae Graham. He had a and that'll...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You look at Devontae Graham, what a contribution.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. Getting many of his buckets in the paint.
Bismack Biyombo is out there with P.J. Washington. Then there's Devontae Graham. Then there's Terry Rozier. And it's Bridges in at the 3 spot. So that's the group out there for Charlotte.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts, a scorching 88%. Teams have dynasties. The 90s, Michael Jordan. We've seen it over the many decades. Over the next decade, though, who do you think's going to lead the pack there?
That's a great question. You know, with the way Father Time is treating LeBron, you might have to wait and see because he is still playing at such a high level. But, you know, obviously Giannis has got to be on the short list with the Bucks. For me, I really look at Luka in Dallas. I just feel like with Kristaps Porzingis, that duo could just be deadly with how the game is played. But don't sleep on the Celtics with Tatum and Brown and that group that they have with the front office they have. Man, I think the league overall is going to be in great shape moving forward.
It sure seems that way. Here's Bacon. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Graham with the bucket.
This system is set up perfectly for him today. I mean, it's allowing him to find a lot of good shots.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Good on the shot, and with that, the Charlotte lead is cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Payton. Graham gets a wide-open look. The three-pointer no good. New York shooting so well, 63%. The offense working as one cohesive unit. Payton outside. Randall outside. Out to Payton. 5 to shoot. New York needs to get off a shot. Biyombo with the block. Pass to Rozier. A shot, no good. So New York will take it the other way.
And talk about playing small. Last year, Charlotte had Rozier and Devontae Graham on the floor together for much of the time. Both players right around 6'1". But you know what? They held their own. Controlling the defensive glass has been a problem here tonight.
Payton outside. He kicks it to Barrett. The pass to Harkless. Payton with the ball. Down low. Stolen by Washington. One-on-one fast break. Over in the corner, Rozier. 1:56 left in the third quarter of the game.
Oh, you gotta love Rozier. Skying up for the dunk. Really seizing the opportunity and capitalizing with his tremendous leaping ability.
And of course, Rozier played a fair amount of off guard before he came to Charlotte.
And Kevin, back in Boston, he learned how to move without the ball, where to spot up. And those may have been hard lessons early on, but the development paid off. Rozier's become a much more versatile talent.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hornets. Cody Zeller comes in for Washington. And it's Batum in for Terry Rozier. The Knicks also changing it up. Portis, he's checked in for Gibson. Kevin Knox comes in for Randall. And Ellington is subbed in for Maurice Harkless. Here's Graham. Following the basket by Elfrid Payton. To the wing on the left. And Zeller kicks to Graham. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And just a fantastic season a year ago in terms of his free throw shooting. 90% from the line.
And the technical free throw is good. Miles Bridges, he's checked in for Bacon. Then for the Knicks, Robinson comes in for Barrett. And it's Reggie Bullock in for Elfrid Payton. Now here's Graham. 18 points for him. There's the 3. Field goal number 9. He's 9 of 12 with that basket.
But the D didn't do a good enough job on him. He could be an ace when he gets a good look at 3.
Bullock. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And I like what he did at the line a season ago. How about 81%?
And so Bullock nails both of them.
Oh, you can get spoiled watching him at the line. I mean, you just expect him to make every one, every time.
Graham, the pass to Biyombo. Back to Graham. From past the arc. It's rebounded by Portis. Knicks trail by 12. Here's Bullock. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. And he makes the first. And so Bullock nails both of them. And so Graham will bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. They've led by as many as 14 points. And he converts the layup. Graham's got 23 points.
This quarter expending tremendous energy at the offensive end. And he's not slowing down. He's still calling for it.
Ellington the pass to Robinson. And the dunk by Robinson.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Bridges kicks to Graham. Here's the three. Here's Biyombo. The Knicks pull it in.
He's not an easy man to stop when he's attacking the basket. The D doing everything it can.
Shot is good, and the Charlotte lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Knox.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
And so it's the Charlotte Hornets in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. The fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Charlotte leading by 8. And on the floor for New York here in the fourth. We've got Wayne Ellington. Knox out there with Bobby Portis. Then there's Reggie Bullock. And it's Robinson in at the 5 down low. Bridges for 3. Cans it from downtown. Bridges has got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for Charlotte. Pass to Knox. Now Robinson. Kicks to Ellington. Clock at 6. Passes it to Knox for 3. Robinson misses the follow-up.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect him to be, firmly in the driver's seat. And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Biyombo with the block. And Bridges with a clear path to the basket. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
And once Bridges realized the break was on, I mean, he was off to the races. His coaches will appreciate his effort level.
And here's Bullock. And there's the call on Cody Zeller. That's his first foul. Washington's checked in for the Hornets. Terry Rozier comes in for Devontae Graham. Payton, he's checked in for New York. You know, Greg, you'd probably know as well as anyone, what was it like going up against the Bulls in the 90s?
You know, it's weird to say, but in a lot of ways, we were a lot like they were. Hall of Fame talent at the coach, a defensive-minded team, but the one difference was, you know, the Bulls had that guy that wore that number 23. I'd say that might have been the one difference.
They haven't needed him as much as I thought they would tonight.
Payton outside. Back to Bullock. Outside for Robinson. And that one is good.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
Charlotte leading by 9. And there's the foul. It's on Bobby Portis. That's his first foul. And some changes here for the Hornets. Biyombo is checked in for Cody Zeller. And Dwayne Bacon subbed in for Nicholas Batum. So New York going with almost an entire new group here. Taj Gibson's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. Randall comes in for Bobby Portis. Harkless is checked in for Kevin Knox. And Barrett subbed in for Reggie Bullock.
Can't allow Barrett that kind of positioning. He's just too skilled at finishing, even when you try to get physical with him.
Bridges passes to Bacon. Back to Bridges. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. Julius Randle picks one up.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
Woo, one of his favorite moves right there, guys. Devontae Graham's checked in for Bacon.
And it's exciting watching Bridges continue to grow. This guy has a hunger to keep getting better.
To the middle. Left side, Gibson. And there's the defensive 3-second call. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
And we've seen Randall flourish with more responsibility. He's in his prime and playing his best ball right now.
And stolen by Graham. Fast break now for Charlotte. Jumps up. And then Washington with the dunk.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about them not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Here's Payton, and they double up Payton. Barrett kicks to Randall, out to Payton. 4 on the clock, feeds it to Gibson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game.
Clearly a foul.
Hernan Gomez is checked in for the Hornets. He hits the first one, and that brings them to within 10. And the Hornets making a change here. Bacon's checked in. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Out to the right wing. Bridges against Gibson. To the paint. Here's Washington, and he banks in the layup. Washington's got 4 points now in the quarter.
When you see forwards like Washington all over the floor, the easiest shot, though, is normally inside.
New York moving it around. Payton outside from the arc. New York, no good that time either. Hornets leading by 11.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Hornets.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the board.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
Barrett the pass to Gibson. Here's Payton. New York, no good that time either.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Took him no time at all on that one.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, I love how they play for one another out there. No signs of selfishness. They're just a total team effort.
Back to Payton. Out to the wing. 6 on the shot clock. To the inside. Randall lays it up off the glass.
Oh, that's a well-deserved assist. Not every player has the vision to make that feed.
Graham kicks to Bridges. And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home. So A confident group coming through the tunnel. The Pistons looking to stay focused and pick up and nothing.
Hey, Kevin, thank you very much.
Good insight there, Dave. Thank you. So the New York starting five. Taj Gibson is out there with Julius Randle. Then there's Payton. Then it's R.J. Barrett. And it's Harkless in at the three, the small forward. And for the Pistons, on the wings, Kennard and Snell. Griffin is out there with Wood. And it's Rose in at the one. Now here's Rose. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Well, this seems to be a game that could be very tactical, Greg. Both teams relying on execution in the half court.
And Kevin, you're going to see a lot of ball movement and body movement, and you can't just stand around and watch one guy go to work. I think that puts so much pressure on the defense with how the game is played.
And an emphasis on coaching, too.
Yes.
And so it's Rose bringing it up for the Pistons. Kennard, the pass to Griffin. Over Randle, and they will call over the back on the play.
That's something you hate. You're trying to come in with an aggressive mindset, and that early foul could take you right out of it.
And there's the pass to Barrett. Trying to get open is Gibson. A putback. It's good on the putback.
That's the kind of energy Gibson gives you, destroying opponents on the glass. Tough to box this guy out.
Rose passes to Kennard. Kicks to Snell. Pistons passing it around. His three-pointers off the mark.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage. And out of New Mexico, Tony Snell has made himself into a capable long-range marksman.
Yes, he's a guy who plays within himself, GA, stays in his lane, and knocks down perimeter shots.
And the call will be against Julius Randle. That's his first foul. And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
Here's Griffin. He gets that one.
When he gets ahead of steam, Blake is pretty good. He is super aggressive on those type of plays.
Payton surveying the floor. With the tip, great positioning on the putback. Gibson's got 6.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Knocks it loose. It's taken away by Payton. And a fast break now for New York. And Harkless slams it in.
And you see the passing instincts Barrett has. Great at recognition out on the floor.
Here's Gibson. And it's Gibson finishing it off.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
This is my type of approach. Get some high percentage looks. Then later, you can play inside out.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Payton attacking. Off with the layup. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And it's the Knicks with the ball. In the corner, Barrett with it. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Pass to Snell. Inside. It's stolen by Randle. Barrett finds Gibson. Down low. Here's Payton. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And the 6'4", 485-pound Payton certainly has a unique skill set. Also wants to keep improving as a leader.
And the Pistons, an entirely new group now out there. The Knicks also changing it up. Bobby Portis is checked in for Randle. Kevin Knox comes in for Maurice Harkless. And it's Reggie Bullock in for R.J. Barrett. Now, here's Maker. After the miss from Elfrid Payton. Passes to Galloway. Back to Brown. Here's Galloway. Gibson with the steal. And now the Knicks on the break. Here's Bullock. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
and it's helped them build an early lead. They just need to stay aggressive.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Robinson's checked in for Gibson. And Frank Ntilikina's subbed in for Payton. Here's Galloway. Count it.
Not a lot of flash to his game, but Galloway can surprise you with his first step.
Ntilikina passes to Knox. Here's Ntilikina. They swipe it. 2 on none. No one back to stop this. For the finish. Doumbouya can't get it to go.
I mean, you won't see this too often. Getting denied at the rim. He's likely to remember that one.
Ntilikina can't hit.
Woo, blown opportunity right there. Won't get many chances easier than that one.
And he gets it to go.
Langston Galloway with a nice assist. Hopefully we can see more of this.
To the paint. And the call will be against Thon Maker. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. And the rim-running Mitchell Robinson, the league leader in field goal percentage, Greg, in his second season.
And maybe the most athletic 7-footer in the game. I mean, his lob finishing sucks in the defense, creating so much space out on the floor for his teammates.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Henson comes in for Maker, and it's Jordan McRae in for Langston Galloway.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
And he makes both free throws. 40 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Ntilikina. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Pistons trail by 13. Pass to Brown. And Henson kicks to Doumbouya. Brown the pass to Henson. Over Robinson. And again, it's the Pistons missing. Here's Knox. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
They established the pace. They made shots. This is why they're way out in front.
Robinson with the block. And they're running. 4 seconds left. Ntilikina gets the bucket. Ntilikina's got his second basket of the night.
And the way Ntilikina runs the floor, determined to beat everyone to the basket.
And so it's the New York Knicks out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. And catching up with Luke Kennard before the game, he discussed what it takes for young players to acclimate themselves to the NBA.
You know, this game, you know, it's a physical game, obviously, but, you know, a lot of...
Greg, you know this. It takes time mentally for the game to slow down.
It's a great point. This is why most championship teams are laden with seasoned veterans. You can't rush experience. It happens at its own pace.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a comfortable margin for the Knicks here, guys.
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
And you can't cause those mistakes unless you're willing to gamble. So far, they've rolled the dice, and it's paid off.
We've got McRae. John Henson out there with Doumbouya. Then there's Brown, and it's Mikhailuk in at the small forward. They're the group Detroit will start the second with. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Kevin, thank you. For the Pistons, rebuild has been a dirty word. But with all their injuries last season, staying in the playoff picture was out of the cards. This summer, with their highest draft pick in a decade, Motor City is hoping it will be back in the fast lane soon. Guys?
Building up that talent base. Thank you, David. Now, here's Ellington. He's tightly guarded. Good. Greg, I know you grew up with aspirations of someday getting into politics. Any current players who you could see maybe taking that same route?
No doubt. There's several guys in today's game. You know, Harrison Barnes has the polish, and I know he's had some thoughts that may be going in that direction. Teammates nicknamed Malcolm Brogdon the president for his stately demeanor and commitment to effecting change. I absolutely see him trying to have an impact socially moving forward. There's several guys, again, who not only have the voice, but the courage to speak out about things that matter most to them.
Many sharp guys in the NBA. Christian Woods checked in for the Pistons. Luke Kennard comes in for Jordan McRae. And then for New York, Maurice Harkless is checked in for Robinson. Reggie Bullock comes in for Kevin Knox. And it's Peyton in for Wayne Ellington. Barrett, no good. Pistons trailed by 21.
I mean, hard to fathom that Blake Griffin.
Oh, the power on that throwdown.
Can you believe that move? That is power. That is grace. That is awesome.
To the inside. Randall kicks to Barrett. Back to Randall. Nice D from Griffin. The Pistons have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Snell, the pass to Griffin. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Wood. And finished off by Wood.
And able to pad his stats a little bit there on that play, the board and the bucket.
And you know, Greg, that'll put him in the good graces of that coaching staff, too. My goodness.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
It just shows you the versatility. This guy can do a lot of different things for you. Woo-wee!
New York leading by 19. And now the Knicks on the break. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
So quick and decisive. Barrett's speed and fearlessness is hard to match up against when you're defending. The number 3 pick back in the 2019 draft, RJ wanted to play for the Knicks. He knew it wouldn't be easy with all the turmoil last season. Boy, was that an understatement.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Thon Maker's checked in for Christian Wood, and Langston Galloway subbed in for Tony Snell. Randall kicks to Barrett. To the middle, here's Gibson. Rebounded by the Pistons. And you know, Greg, you asked Barrett, he said he felt better prepared for the glare of the New York media after his one season at Duke because, you know, playing there is in the national limelight. You're on a star-studded team.
Yeah, I mean, playing with Zion Williamson, Cam Reddish, and Trey Jones, the Knicks could use a little more star talent, though, if they're going to turn the corner. And when he first came into the league, Blake Griffin's dunking made headlines. And while I'm sure he enjoyed that, he was also eager to show that there was more to his game.
And it's Gibson, that time on the assist from Peyton. Gibson's got 10 points in the game.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Detroit, no good that time either.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
It's stolen by Randall. Here's Barrett. Great pass to set up the lay-in. And it's 8 points for R.J. Barrett.
And you like the toughness there. Barrett being more comfortable having to deal with an aggressive defense.
Griffin. Again, the miss by the Pistons. New York leading by 23. Up the floor. Peyton dishes to Randall. Gibson looking it over. He kicks to Barrett. 4 on the shot clock. And Barrett slams it in.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
This has been an impressive performance tonight. Even with a big lead, they've maintained their focus.
Kennard, the pass to Griffin. Back to Kennard. And here's Rose outside. And so it's the New York Knicks holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good. New York came out ready to play. Their mission to dominate early was accomplished. Thanks for joining.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You know, R.J. Barrett has been exceptional here, guys.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
He's been very effective on the move, forcing the action, getting to his spots, and finishing plays.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Oh, my goodness!
Did you see
what a play?
Unbelievable. Nice find by Luke. Shows good vision in both half court and in transition.
The pass to Harkless. Oh, and the jam by Harkless.
Looking to make plays for others. We've seen this from him all night.
There's been an emphasis on ball movement, and he's been a major catalyst.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Blake Griffin had 2 more knee surgeries last season. Pistons coach Dwayne Casey said that the year before, they rode him like a cheap horse, in Casey's words, to make the playoffs. Griffin acknowledged his load may need managing down the road, saying, "I'm a believer in science. I'm going to listen to them and let them lead the way." Guys?
Smart perspective. David, thank you. And here is Peyton. Here's Randall. And Randall throws it down.
Apparently no one willing to step in Randall's way, and you can see why.
Deflects the pass. Snell finds Kennard. Here's Snell. Jacks up a 3. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Snell's got 5.
Defensively, you have to tighten up on him or suffer the consequences.
And there's the foul. It's on Tony Snell. That's his first foul. A different look here for Detroit. McRae's checked in for Luke Kennard. And it's Brown in for Derrick Rose. The Knicks also changing it up. Robinson's checked in for Gibson. Portis comes in for Randall. And Ellington is subbed in for Peyton. Ellington with it. Brown on him. Barrett wide open. He fires. Off target from three-point range. McRae kicks to Brown. That one's not going to go.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Robinson passes to Ellington. Some nice passing by New York here. Here's Barrett. Back to Portis. Pass to Ellington. Unloads from 9 and against the jumper to drop. Portis has got his second basket. Greg, as a point guard, you must have had so much fun being surrounded by so much terrific talent at UNLV.
You know, Larry Johnson, Stacey Augmon, I mean, I could go on, and you're right. I was blessed to play alongside these guys. They were incredible talents, finishers, and, you know, you don't always appreciate it going through that moment, but the fact that we're all still close and stay in contact, man, what an awesome experience to be a part of that team.
Chemistry must have been off the charts on that team.
It was, and we had a lot of personalities, man. It was a different era back then, but I tell you, again, I wouldn't trade that experience for anything.
Ellington with it. Brown on him. Harkless the pass to Robinson. To the paint. It's picked off. The feed to Brown. Passes it to Wood. Over Harkless. Here's Brown. Here's Wood. In the corner, Snell with it. Fires the 3. And that one is off.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And he makes that one. Ellington's got his second bucket of the night.
That's the pass you want. Orchestrating the offense, creating for others.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Griffin kicks to Wood. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Harkless. And oh, the jam by Harkless.
It's impressive, the level of domination at both ends, and you're seeing the results.
Especially considering it's on the road in front of a tough crowd. They've been able to block out the distractions.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Brown against Barrett, kicks it to Harkless. The 15-footer. Here's Robinson, makes it off the glass.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
For some reason, blocking out has become a lost art, and that's the result you'll get.
Got it off in time, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's the New York Knicks, ahead by 26 points as we get ready for the break. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We've got more NBA basketball. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. We've got Maker. He's out there with John Henson. And it's Mikhailuk in at the 2 guard. That's the group for Detroit right now. Over to the wing. Here's Knox. And a miss there on the triple. And so Galloway with it. He'll bring it up for Detroit. Here's Mikhailuk. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
A willing passer who's still learning. Maker keeps his eyes up and makes the unselfish play.
Now here is Smith. Lobbed up there for Gibson.
Yeah, you got to appreciate the mindset of Smith. Solid at running the offense and finding his teammates who are open.
Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Galloway, no good. Smooth sailing for New York. Here's Ntilikina. Lays it up and banks it in.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Here's Henson. Rebounded by Knox. Knicks have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Here's Ntilikina. Gibson for 3. That shot is off. Inside, here's Mikhailuk. And the layup falls.
Excellent read by Maker. That pass on time and on point.
New York's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. In the corner, Knox with it. Pass to Ntilikina. Feeds it to Gibson. Smith outside. Some nice passing by New York here. Out to the right wing. Gibson controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Gibson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Jumboya dishes to Henson. He's off on that one. Now the Knicks take it the other way. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Gibson passes to Smith. Here's Dotson. From downtown, Smith no good. The Pistons have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
You two.
So it's the Pistons now. To the wing right side. Jumboya kicks to Maker. And again, it's the Pistons missing.
And well, he's going to have some explaining to do on the sideline about why he took that shot.
Low percentage chance. If it's not there, Give up the rock. Trust your teammates.
Pistons shooting about 43% here in the fourth quarter. Here's Doumbouya, and the jam by Doumbouya.
Skying high, one of his advantages as a undersized 4.
Smith with it. Now the pass to Ntilikina. Dotson kicks to Ntilikina. Back to Dotson. Smith outside. Up again. It's good on the putback. Gibson's got 6 points in the quarter.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for New York.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Taj Gibson.
I thought he did a good job of filling out the defense early on. Then once he found his groove, he stayed aggressive throughout.
Detroit making a switch here. Knight's checked in. Then for the Knicks, Randall's checked in for Damian Dotson. And it's Reggie Bullock in for Smith. Here's Ntilikina. Off target from outside. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Galloway dishes to Maker. Now here's Henson. Defense right on him. Pass to Galloway. And another turnover here by Detroit. Smooth sailing for New York. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Ntilikina looking it over. So no problem for New York as they get the win. A result. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks. And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare for the game and the task ahead.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Oh, I love that story. David, thank you. So the New York starting five, they've got Payton. Julius Randle is out there with Mo Harkless. Then it's R.J. Barrett, and it's Gibson in at the 5. And for the Wizards, Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Ball runs the point with Beal at the 2. And it's Bonga in at small forward.
Kind of a ticky-tack foul there, but you have to be aware that's how the refs are going to blow the whistle tonight.
It's stolen by Hachimura.
Wow, you watched the defender, and it looked like he knew that was coming. He made a quick play on it to intercept the ball in the passing lane.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And his coaches and teammates love that. They want Hachimura getting after it more on that offensive glass.
Now here's Payton. Pass to Gibson. Down low. Barrett lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Well, Barrett with a nice touch down there as the lefty was able to negotiate the little room that he had. You wonder if R.J. Barrett could be the best player to come out of Canada. Now that's some high praise because I had many years battling against one Steve Nash, but R.J. Barrett has a high ceiling. Well, I'm shocked he missed that wide open look. He has to feel embarrassed he blew that one.
It's Randle with the drive, and Randle throws it down.
Some agility shown there by Julius Randle with that frame, able to find a way to score.
And Bryant kicks to Hachimura. Back to Bryant. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron. And Barrett's father playing for the Canadian national team as well as playing overseas. And Brent, as you know, his mother, a nationally ranked sprinter.
Yeah, an unbelievable family DNA and lineage around a multitude of sports, and it really helps to be a generalist rather than a specialist. Couldn't ask for a better pedigree for one R.J. Barrett.
Here's Payton after the basket by Washington. Here's Gibson. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton.
Well, you risk getting torched when somebody's open. Payton's skilled enough to find the open man.
Beal from deep three-point land. It's rebounded by Payton. The Knicks have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. And Barrett gets it to go.
Now their offense is rolling. A perfect start. 4 of 4 so far.
Pass to Hachimura. Poke loose. It's stolen by Barrett. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just a great ball movement.
The pass to Bonga. Randle with some nice D. The Knicks leading by 6. Here's Payton. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor. You know, when you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
Here's Harkless following the basket by John Wall. Here's Randle. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
Here's Gibson. Rebound by John Wall. Wizards trail by 10. And finished off by Beal.
And I'm sorry, but the D's got to know where Beal is at all times, especially when he's leaking out in transition.
Payton left side to the inside. Gibson passes to Payton. Got a piece of it. Oh, and a fast break for the Wizards. Bryant's shot is off. They can go 2 for 1.
It's about being smart right now.
And Barrett slams it in.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
And so Payton will bring it up for the New York Knicks. 8-point game. He feeds it to Gibson. Nice D from Bryant.
Well, he creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense not really a factor.
And that's how smart Beal is. Knows how to angle his body through the contact and not let it affect the finish.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
And so it's New York holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. And they've done. And we chatted with Bradley Beal recently, who touched upon
being yourself, being in your own comfort.
You know, Greg, it goes without saying just how important playing at home is.
It's a matter of pride, making your opponent feel uncomfortable. 2 advantages that erode when you lose in your own house.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And guys, what's your take on the Knicks so far?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So on the floor for Washington, Travis Bertans out there with Mahimi. Then it's Smith. Then it's Troy Brown. And it's Payton in at the 2. Here's Pertinis. That shot off. Great D that time from Portis. And the 22nd pick in 2015, Bobby Portis with a nice shooting touch.
And at the same time, not afraid to mix it up. Maybe to a fault. At times we've seen him get caught in the heat of the moment. You got to channel that competitive edge and stay strong mentally.
New York leading by 10. Here's Ntilikina. An easy 2 points on the layup. Ntilikina's got his first bucket in this one.
Ntilikina can make some noise around the rim at that size.
Payton passes to Brown. Now Bertans. Nice ball movement by Washington. Smith for 3. Robinson pulls it in.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And Portis throws it down.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the boards.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious 2-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. To the left wing, back to Smith. To the right side. Payton dishes to Mahimi. Passes it to Bertans. Looking to end the run. Here's Mahimi. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
The Wizards making a switch here. Wagner's checked in. Wayne Ellington's checked in for New York. Well, it seems like every year, Greg, we see some incredible new players come to the NBA, and they are welcome with open arms. Their style of play is so terrific.
No doubt about it. You know, guys like Ja Morant, I think he's got a chance to be one of the greats. And any list about the future of the NBA has to include Luka Doncic. I don't know if there's a better basketball talent than that young man. And, you know, let's not forget about Devin Booker out in Phoenix as well. A terrific, terrific player.
3 terrific kids. You're right. Here's Ntilikina, guarded by Mahimi. Robinson kicks to Ellington. To the wing on the left. Here's Knox. Shot clock at 6. Dishes it to Robinson. New York needs to get off a shot. The shot by Ellington, no good.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed. Oh, up high and down hard with that one-hander.
He got a little extra forceful. You're right with that one. Ntilikina passes to Robinson. To the paint. It's stolen by Mahinmi. And here we go. Payton heading to the hoop. And Payton throws it down hard.
And there's that transition offense. Push the ball up the floor. The defense can't get set, and you can get some easy baskets here.
Here's Ntilikina. Guarded by Mahinmi. Ntilikina can't hit.
His touch has left him in this quarter. Nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
And so New York calls timeout. They're first.
Giving up a run here. Can they turn it around?
Hard to say right now. At this point, I've seen the coaches run through 2 or 3 iterations of defense. Is there a fourth? I'm not sure.
And New York making a change here. Taj Gibson's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. Julius Randle comes in for Kevin Knox. It's checked in for Reggie Bullock. And it's Payton in for Ntilikina.
Yeah, that's pretty aggressive by Elfrid Payton. To draw a foul inside the paint, the D looks flustered.
He doesn't get the second one. Wizards trail by 10. Here's Beal, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And you know, we often talk about Beal's skill set and his finesse. He can play a very physical game as well, Greg.
He doesn't have a choice. I mean, he had 4 brothers who all played football in college, so he kind of grew up around the physicality. And you can also tell Bill's taking his strength and conditioning seriously, especially after having the lower body injury issues earlier in his career.
Barrett the pass to Randle. Back to Barrett. The feed now to Gibson. And he lays it straight in. Gibson's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Yeah, you could see that RJ had seen him open earlier and then got in the right spot to deliver.
Beal finds Wall to the middle. Wagner. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got 3 assists tonight.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Payton outside. And so it's New York. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. New York holding the upper hand after the first 2 quarters. They have a solid 8-point lead. And
happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Nice game. Great performance by R.J. Barrett.
And guys, we saw just how tough he can be with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
On the court for the Knicks, R.J. Barrett is out there with Elfrid Payton. Then it's Julius Randle. Then it's Taj Gibson. And it's Harkless in at the small forward position.
Using leverage and positioning to his advantage, Hachimura is able to knock the ball away from the opponent.
Washington shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power, hammering down the 2-hand slam. Hachimura the pass to Bonga. It's Beal on the wing. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a 3-point play. It's on R.J. Barrett.
And just taking pride in being their leader, these passes show Wall wants to make his teammates better.
Greg, when you played for the Knicks, I always heard that Charles Oakley would cook for the players. Is that true?
Absolutely. Oak was very particular about his food. And I got to tell you, he knows his way around the kitchen. And to be honest, I would never tell him otherwise.
Well, what was his specialty?
whatever he made, it was special. It wouldn't matter.
Randall getting up there, explosive vertically on that play with great timing.
Beal, the pass to Bryant. Here's Hachimura. No good on the triple.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far. 3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Pass to Hachimura. Low block shot on the way. Good, and it's Beal picking up the assist. Hachimura's got 6.
Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far.
No good from Payton.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Ball passes to Beal. It's deflected.
Man, those signs right there of RJ being that alert on defense. Man, he could be good on that side of the ball.
And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Portis, who's checked in for Gibson. And it's Reggie Bullock in for Payton. Back to Wall. Brown inside. Working on Portis. Off they go on a 3-on-1 break. Randall with the bucket. And now it's a 9-point Knicks lead.
The muscle and the intensity there from Randall showing off, and he converts through contact. There's a tremendous demand in the NBA right now for the kind of build that RJ Barrett gives you at that guard position. So sturdy, so strong, and he has a chance to be one of the best guards in the league for many years to come.
Bullock passes to Harkless. Back to Bullock. New York moving it around. It's Barrett on the wing, covered by Wall. And it's sent back by Bryant. It'll go, and the New York lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from John Wall.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
And Brent, some breathless comparisons for RJ Barrett. People throwing out names like Grant Hill and Tracy McGrady.
I mean, that's a ton of optimism around names like that. But this young player has a drive and a will. And I think he has the kind of composure to show you what he's made of. And if it reaches anywhere near those other players, Kevin, he's going to have one heck of a career.
The 3 from Bertans. He can't get it to go.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Up top, Randall, covered by Wall. Harkless kicks to Barrett. Bryant comes with the double team. Over in the corner, Randall. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Knicks lead by 9.
And Barrett does have the size to go in there and mix it up.
Brown, good.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
The Knicks have gone 7 of 10 on their field goal attempts here in the third. Barrett the pass to Randall. The putback. Portis kicks to Randall. Tipped away. Pass to Beal. It's deflected, and Thomas Bryant gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And really the smart thing would be to hold for the last shot.
Yeah, every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
And stolen by Wagner. And here we go. Fast break. Payton's got it. Here's Brown. Smith, the second chance points on the tip in. Smith's got his second bucket.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. We've got more in store for you. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Now the passing for the team becoming contagious, this time involving the big.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Well, Wagner out there with Rui Hachimura. Then there's Brown, then it's Smith, and it's Mahimi in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Smith kicks to Brown. There's the pass to Wagner. Now Hachimura. 6 on the shot clock. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Payton with the ball. Kicks it to Robinson. It's taken away by Smith. Passes it to Hachimura. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Elfrid Payton.
And when Hachimura is looking to score, it sometimes forces the D to get aggressive. Love the energy.
And New York making a change here. Gibson's checked in.
Yeah, being down 2 points instead of 1 thanks to the free throw miss makes getting a stop here absolutely critical.
I love the unselfishness, and you know coaches do as well.
Well, not just coach, but you can see it in the teammates, the way that they look at him. They appreciate it when he shares the ball like that.
Here's Bryant, and that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
And there's no quit when it comes to battling there until the final whistle. What a putback.
Well, great timing as well. Swiss watch kind of moments. Fourth quarter, close game. That could have been a 4-point swing.
And the foul on Rui Hachimura. That'll be his second foul of the game. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. And here is Payton. Robinson up top. Rejected by Bryant. And Mitchell Robinson is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And so Bryant will bring it up for Washington. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. And a wide open look for Hachimura. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. The Knicks with the lead. Payton left side. He kicks to Ellington. Pass to Robinson. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Well, he's a physical big down low, and I think he expects this kind of traffic around him as Mitchell Robinson comes through.
Back to Beal. Over to the left wing. And it's in there.
Not shying away from the spotlight. Beal wanting to be the guy to come up big for his team.
Knicks have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Payton left side. And the foul on Rui Hachimura. And that'll be his third foul so far. Bertzinus, he's checked in for Hachimura. The Knicks also changing it up. Julius Randle's checked in for Robinson. Reese Harkless comes in for Kevin Knox. And Barrett subbed in for Wayne Ellington. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. And so he hits the technical free throw.
Getting it done at the line as he usually does, and that could be huge in a tight game like this one.
Payton passes to Gibson. Inside. It's tipped. Just 5 on the clock. Bryant with the rebound. Wizards trail by 3. Here's Beal. Drops in the layup for 2. Beal's got 4 points now in the quarter.
I love when Beal slashes to the rim like this, using that athleticism and speed so well.
It's Barrett on the wing. Over in the corner, Harkless. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. And the technical free throw is good.
And that point was a gift. I mean, it's never really smart to get teed up, but in a game that's this close, boy, that really hurts.
Randle dishes to Gibson. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
That's all because Taj Gibson got set up early and was ready to deliver.
Down low, here's Bryant, and foul on the shot. The coach's challenge has been issued. Close game like this, down to the wire, this is what it's for.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Payton against Beal. Payton kicks to Barrett. Now the dish to Randall. Back to Barrett. From deep. Kept alive by New York. Yep, it counts.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
Bertans can't get it to go. Now Barrett has to Payton. So it's New York picking up the win. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg. And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report.
Hey, Kevin.
A little patience indeed. That's interesting. Thank you, David. So let's take a look at the Charlotte starting lineup. Miles Bridges is out there with P.J. Washington. Then there's Devontae Graham. Then there's Terry Rozier. And it's Biyombo at center. And for New York, they've got Taj Gibson. Harkless is out there with Randall. Then it's R.J. Barrett. And it's Payton in at the point guard. Count that one. Two teams badly needing a win tonight, Greg. Some desperations on both sides.
And it's easy to start second-guessing yourself, Kevin. You want to make adjustments, but also stay true to who you are.
Barrett kicks to Payton. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Barrett against Graham. It doesn't go for him. Here's New York. Randall down low. He's covered by Washington. Another shot. Payton can't get it to go. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Graham with the ball. Picked up by Barrett. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
If there is something that defines Julius Randle's game, it's the ability to score through contact. Give him the N1.
That free throw good from Randle.
And a star player at Kentucky, Julius Randle selected 7th back in 2014.
And it's not easy as a young player to overcome an injury early. But Julius has done that, and he has proven capable as a scorer in the NBA. And that, to me, is where he can make his mark.
Stolen by Washington. Oh, and here comes Rozier all alone.
The lightning quickness of Rozier proving how dangerous he is when the break is on.
The Knicks have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Rozier with the steal. And they're on the break. And Graham throws it down.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Here's Graham. Following the basket by Julius Randle. Basket good. Graham's got 6.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Now here's Payton. Here's Randle. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. 7 points for Julius Randle. For Charlotte, they've gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. Bridges finds Biyombo. It's a nice pass in here by Charlotte. Here's Washington. Biyombo trying to break free, and it's Washington missing.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
This guy's a bucket getter. R.J. Barrett finds a way to capitalize on the interior. He's got the size to get it done.
Graham gets a wide open look. No good with the triple. And the foul called on P.J. Washington. That's his first foul. And a whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks. The Hornets also changing it up. Zeller, he's checked in for Washington. Dwayne Bacon comes in for Bridges. And it's Batum in for Devontae Graham. Now, here's Portis. Right side Robinson. 5 on the clock. Back to Portis. Rozier with the steal. One-on-one fast break. Here's Bacon. Rebounded by Knox. Knicks trail by 3. Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yeah, great momentum for them offensively.
Here's Ntilikina. Defended by Batum. It's blocked, and he gets it back. Ntilikina gets the bucket. 1:11 left here in the first quarter. Here's Bacon. And he converts the layup.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Here's Ntilikina. To the middle. It's deflected. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And he deserves a lot of credit for what he was able to do at the line last year. 86% from the stripe.
And so he hits the technical free throw.
Frank Ntilikina brings outstanding size to the position. It's about playing with confidence and playing under control on the offensive end.
Wayne Ellington's checked in for the Knicks.
And he just elevates and powers in the one-hander.
Textbook. Here's Rozier. Knicks with the rebound. And now the Knicks on the break. Here's Knox. A miss that time would have put him up. Hornets have gone an even 50% from the field. They are 7 of 14 for the game. And the basket by Rozier.
For Rozier to be effective, that's just what he has to do. Keep moving. Don't sit back and be passive.
Now Bullock. Outside Robinson. For three, Ellington. And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. Looking at what we've seen from the Hornets, what do you think?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court for the Knicks, Reggie Bullock is out there with Wayne Ellington. Then there's Bobby Portis. Then it's Mitchell Robinson. And it's Knox in at the 3 spot.
Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Diaz, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Kim Birch, dunk champ Derrick Jones, and an up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mentions. And stolen by Graham. Here's Washington, and then Washington with the dunk.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
It's still close, though. These teams have been neck and neck. Let's see the response here.
Bridges with the steal. And now Batum pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Robinson. And a new group in for the Knicks. Taj Gibson's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. Julius Randle comes in for Portis. Harkless is checked in for Kevin Knox. And R.J. Barrett subbed in for Wayne Ellington. Now here's Graham. 6 points for him. Basket counts. Graham's got the lead up to 7 now for Charlotte.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Ayton with the ball. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Good anticipation from this crafty wingman. Bridges enjoys taking chances and going for the alley-oop.
And it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here. Ntilikina, he's checked in for the Knicks. Passes to Harkless. He kicks it to Barrett. Lobbed up there for Gibson. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
This is the court awareness that gives you great hope for R.J. Barrett. He's a scorer, but if he can complement that with passing, look out, folks.
Now here's Graham. He's got 8. And he can extend the lead to double digits. Knicks trail by 7.
And a physical presence is former Kentucky Wildcat Julius Randle. but he's got some mobility to go along with it, able to move and attack in transition.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. Randall with the bucket. Randall's got 9.
It's so obvious Ntilikina is a pass-first point guard. This guy is an exceptional passer with very good vision.
Graham, it's tipped. Harkless the pass to Randall. Bridges with the board.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
It was right there for him. He'd love to have that one back. That was embarrassing.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
You know, people have talked about Julius Randle's game. He's a power driver, isn't he, Greg? I mean, the guy just bulldozes all the way in.
I like that phrase, Kev. You know, very fluid for his size. A pretty good ball handler and passer. I think his shooting is where he's still filling in the gaps.
Bridges passes to Washington. Kicks to Batum. It's tipped. And it's out of bounds to the Hornets as Charlotte retains possession. And New York making a change here. Bullock's checked in. The Hornets also with a sub. Bacon's checked in. And again, the Hornets missing.
Not a lot falling for him in this quarter. He's got to stay aggressive, try to break through. See if you can get an easy opportunity.
Here's Randall. He gets it in there. He's got 11.
Well, the strength of Julius Randle is an obvious asset. This guy, despite being undersized, is able to finish through contact.
Now here's Graham. 10 points for him. Now the pass to Bridges. Graham with the ball. From deep. Ntilikina with the rebound. Randall against Bridges. Randall no good. Charlotte leading by 7. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Graham with the bucket.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
And so it's Randall bringing it up now for New York. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
Boy, I love the confidence Julius Randle has in himself. This guy knows what it takes to score.
3-pointer, Graham. The putback, and oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
And so that's the end of the first half.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. The first quarter for the Hornets was fairly even. Their biggest advantage of the period was 7 points. And that's a wrap.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. We're seeing a tremendous game from Julius Randle.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
Setting the floor for the Hornets. They've got Washington. Monte Graham is out there with Rozier. Then it's Bridges. And it's Biyombo at the 5. Now here's Payton. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Good on that shot. And with that, the Hornet lead is cut down to 7 on the bucket from Gibson. The Hornet shooting so far very efficient all around, about 55%. No one near Rozier as he lets it fly. It's good on the putback.
We call that persistence, folks. Bismack Biyombo is a force on the offensive glass.
Payton against Graham. Pass to Gibson. Hornets with the rebound. It's stolen by Randall. Pass to Barrett. Back to Randall. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
And from the line a season ago, 73%.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Well, the passion in New York as a pro sports city, Greg, is unquestioned. Talk about the pros and cons, though, of being a player in New York.
You know, the opportunity personally and professionally is immense, no doubt about it, but so is the media scrutiny. It can be very intense, and the fanaticism does make it hard to live a normal existence, and I think the guys who embrace being in a city like New York are the ones that typically are able to perform at the highest level.
So you can either thrive because of it or wilt because of it. It's just kind of what your personal preference is.
You called it, partner, and I have seen it happen both ways.
Oh, I bet. Knicks trail by 8. Pass to Knox. Robinson down low. Washington's on him, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And that is a foul. It's on the Charlotte Hornets. The Knicks have gone 4 for 5 from the charity stripe in this one up to now.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
Catching up on the changes for Charlotte. Dwayne Bacon comes in for Bridges, and it's Batum in for Devontae Green. Over to the wing. Bacon the pass to Biyombo, and here is Rozier. Clock at 6, taken away. And here we go. Payton heading to the hoop. And Payton throws it down.
I think it's easy to underestimate the quickness that Kevin Knox brings. Great anticipation, great job getting in transition.
Now, here's Rozier. Fires the 3. Ellington grabs the miss.
Boy, as slow a start as you could have. Just 1 for 4 from the field. They're struggling.
Charlotte moving it around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's Rozier that time on the assist from Batum. Rozier's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Now here's Ellington. He's covered closely to the paint. Here's Portis. A rebound by Washington. Washington's got 4 rebounds in this game. Greg, maybe not the tallest big in the league, but Washington's reach is the great equalizer.
He stands only 6'7", but that 7'2" wingspan, it allows him to play big, snatch rebounds in traffic, and make contested shots in the paint. I think the young fella's got a bright future.
And so here is New York following the 3 by Charlotte. Portis, the pass to Payton. Got a hand on it, and they get it back.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
And this is his 2nd trip to the line in the game. A different look for New York. Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for Ellington. And Frank Ntilikina's subbed in for Elfrid Payton. Cody Zeller's checked in for Charlotte. Now here's Batum. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Back to Zeller. And the dunk by Zeller.
You know, I really like this. Instead of putting his head down, Terry Rozier keeping his eyes up and finding his open teammate.
Ntilikina passes to Knox. Here's Portis. Biyombo with the block. And here they come. Rozier for 3. It's not going to go for him. And New York will come the other way. And he's got his first free throw of the game. And the first one at the line is good. A different look for New York. Randall's checked in for Portis. Reese Harkless comes in for Kevin Knox. And R.J. Barrett subbed in for Frank Ntilikina.
And this is one of the things they need to keep doing in the second half to get this win. Keep knocking down those free throws. They've been sensational here at the line.
Knicks trail by 8. Floats it up for Randall. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
This guy is so quick. Julius Randle finishes with a pretty dunk.
Over in the corner, Zeller. To the inside. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Zeller's got 4 points in the quarter.
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
The feed to Randall. And out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession. Taj Gibson's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. Miles Bridges, he's checked in for the Hornets. Devontae Graham comes in for Nicholas Batum. Out to the right wing. Back to Rozier. Randall with some nice D.
Well, it hasn't been the most efficient game for this guy, but their team is fortunate to still be out in front.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Gibson passes to Randall. Back to Gibson. Randall right side. Bridges with the steal. And there's the whistle, called a clear path foul there. Yep, and he'll shoot 2 at the line. The Hornets shooting their first free throws of the game. The first one falls.
You know, and every year, it just seems like Rozier gets better. You see his drive, the hunger, the desire to keep improving. Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's Charlotte with a 10-point lead. Some breathing. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. They've got Reggie Bullock. Taj Gibson is out there with Julius Randle. Then it's Barrett, and it's Harkless in at the small forward. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
And there's the pass to Bridges. Back to Graham. The 3. The Knicks pull it in. Randall's got 6 rebounds in the game. Floats it up for Randall. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Fast break now for Charlotte and finished off by Graham.
Pretty devastating, actually, to turn the ball over like that and surrender 2 more points.
Gibson passes to Barrett. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Well, you can't fall asleep on R.J. Barrett. Got the size, got the ups. Go ahead. Easy work right there, R.J.
Out left to the wing. Now, here's Bridges. 3-pointer, Graham. And Harkless pulls it down.
He needs to look to try to drive inside and get going. That outside shot is simply not there.
Randall. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That's on Miles Bridges.
Well, Julius Randle is never going to back away from a defensive player. He knows he's got the strength to play through contact. Nice job drawing the foul.
So New York going with almost an entire new group here. Portis, he's checked in for Gibson. Kevin Knox comes in for Harkless. Wayne Ellington's checked in for Reggie Bullock. And it's Elfrid Payton in for R.J. Barrett. Now here's Graham. You know, winning that championship as you did, Greg, for UNLV, many people don't remember you played much of that season with a broken jaw.
Well, Kevin, I don't remember much of it, to be honest with you. It was pretty hazy. I lost 19 pounds over the course of the season.
Oh, my goodness.
Championship night, I was 168 pounds.
No kidding.
Yeah. Oh, I was wired shut for 8 weeks. Did miss a game, but I tell you.
Oh, that was something else.
Have mercy.
Wow, Julius Randle with a little flavor on the finish.
And here is Graham. Back to Rozier. Charlotte moving it around. Fires from deep. And the Hornets miss again. Knicks trail by 9. Here's Payton. Portis in the post. He's covered by Washington. Uses the glass to finish the layup. That's 7 points for Bobby Portis.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Probably the most important thing is they regroup. They worked out some of their frustrations, and now they're starting to have some fun.
Graham surveying the floor. Just 5 to shoot. Inside. And stolen by Ellington. Here's Payton. And he finishes nicely on the layup. And now just a 5-point Hornets lead.
Payton taking the opportunity to deliver in a big moment.
And foul on the shot. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, during the break, I heard Tom Thibodeau as he talked to the team. He told them they have to keep fighting. He said, hey, look, we're right here, but we can't make mistakes. You got to be aggressive and smart. Back to you guys.
Well, just knocking them down from the charity stripe, extending the lead. Simple basketball.
To the paint. To the middle. Stolen by Washington. Bridges with it. Picked up by Barrett. Right wing. 1:06 left in the fourth quarter. Now Rozier. Just 5 on the clock. Lays it up off the glass. And the Hornets lead by 9. A big bucket there to quiet this crowd.
And they need something to cheer about again, and soon.
Payton. Yep, that one goes.
Well, that's really good strength on that finish by Elfrid Payton. Nice job to embrace the contact.
Graham with the ball. Lets it fly from 18. They get it again. And the foul called on Bismack Biyombo. That's his third foul of the game. And the Knicks with possession. They're on a 12-4 run. Here's Payton. That's Biyombo with the rebound. So Rozier will bring it up for the Hornets. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now here's Harkless. Here's Payton. Payton with another miss. So it's the Hornets picking up the win. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy. New York City. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports. And a look at the starters for the Pistons. At the forward positions, Snell and Griffin. Kennard is out there with Derrick Rose. And it's Wood in at the center position. And for New York, Julius Randle is out there with Mo Harkless. Then it's Barrett. Then it's Taj Gibson. And it's Payton in at the point guard position. Now here's Griffin. Bucket is good.
Man, a playmaker in every sense of the word. Rose is so good at breaking down defenses and creating for others.
And Blake Griffin, the combination of power and agility, that guy is a handful inside.
Yeah, Jay, he can finish with either hand. He favors that right block, and he's got an array of moves down there to keep you guessing.
Down low, here's Randle. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
Let the big man eat. Give it to Randle there, and he's locked in on scoring.
Nice ball movement by Detroit. Rose finds Kennard. Back to Rose. Now here's Kennard. Takes the three. Rose can't hit.
Even for a player who's not a three-point specialist, I mean, that's a shot you got to knock down.
Payton, good. We play just over a minute here in the first. Snell, the pass to Rose. Lets it go from deep. Randle grabs the board. And here's Gibson. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. Pass to Harkless. He kicks it to Randle. To the inside. Here's Gibson. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Nice assist. Randle keeping his eyes up, playing unselfish basketball.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Baseline J on the way. That's short off the rim. For New York, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. And Barrett slams it in.
And you see the edge Barrett plays with, attacking the rim with bad intentions.
Outside Rose. They double team Griffin. Rose passes to Snell. Will it go? That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
A majority of Snell's attempts come from beyond the line. He's out there to provide some spacing.
Here's Payton, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Blake Griffin.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
The Knicks shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. That one is off.
And the 6'4", 485-pound Payton certainly has a unique skill set. Also wants to keep improving as a leader.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Robinson's checked in for Gibson. Portis comes in for Randle. Kevin Knox is checked in for Harkless. And it's Reggie Bullock in for Barrett. Rig, which team do you think has the toughest offense to stop in the NBA?
You know, in their heyday, it was the Warriors, no doubt about it. Now, though, things are changing a little bit. It's a tough one to say. The Bucks seem to be amazing with what they're doing with Giannis. The Rockets with that 1-2 punch of Harden and Westbrook is incredible. And don't sleep on the Lakers or the Clippers, partner. Right now, there's a few of them out there that I would lose a lot of sleep over trying to prepare to play against.
Yeah, I'm glad you included the 2 LA teams. Knicks have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. The Pistons trail it. Kennard, the pass to Griffin. Kept alive.
Well, I thought that one was going to go down. The mid-range jumpers, oh, man, that's usually a bunny with the deep playing soft like that.
Count that one.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Now here's Rose. Still looking for his first bucket in this one.
His field goal percentage has dipped this quarter. I mean, his movement has to be better. He has to find the open spots on the floor.
Bullock goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
The coaching staff has to be upset. You can't give the opposition easy baskets like this.
And so it's New York with it, following the miss by Derrick Rose.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
They've been a more cohesive team over this stretch, and then that helps account for their lead.
Out to the wing, pass to Mikhailuk. Griffin with it, defended by Portis. And again, it's the Pistons missing.
It isn't the D that causes that miss. That's just a loss of concentration that time.
Knox, and the layup's good off the glass. Knox has got 6.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Here's Rose. Offensive rebound. Here's Griffin. That one off the back iron and out. 1 second left. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's New York in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're playing a cruising game inside, and it's and so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And what stands out to you from New York in this one?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
So it's Ntilikina who brings up the ball for the New York Knicks. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. On the court for the Pistons, Doumbouya is out there with Maker. Then there's McRae. Then there's Brown. And it's Galloway in at the point. New York shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. First free throw is good.
And the French native has already made an impact. Ntilikina is a young guard who plays with confidence and purpose.
Oh, not many players with a more steady hand at the free throw line than this fella.
Galloway dishes to Doumbouya. There's Galloway.
I mean, you got to respect the guts of Galloway. I mean, at 6'2", it's great to see him capitalize inside.
And in his 7th season out of St. Joe's, Langston Galloway seems to be coming into his own.
Yeah, shooting the ball with the best efficiency since he came into the association. He's bounced around, but now carving out a nice long career.
Barrett kicks to Randall. And here's Barrett. Randall no good.
I don't think the D does good enough here, but something causes the miss.
Doumbouya with it. Now defended by Randall. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Maker, no one around him. No good from outside.
Now, you don't see that very often. A wide open 3 is usually like a layup for him. That's size winning out. I mean, he needed every single inch to haul in that one.
Here's Doumbouya. And the jam by Doumbouya.
Oh, nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it. Rebound, Detroit. Brown kicks to Doumbouya. And stolen by Ellington. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Ntilikina. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And the way Ntilikina runs the floor, determined to beat everyone to the basket.
Back to Galloway. Passes it to Doumbouya. Here's Maker. Robinson with the block. And now the Knicks on the break. Randall's running. Good on the bucket. Randall's got his second basket of the game.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Maker misses. New York leading by 9. Here's Ntilikina, and it's denied. Pass break, Detroit. Here's Doom. Look at him fly.
Get out the way. And that's smart basketball. Maker showing nice awareness there, spotting the open man.
And a new group in for the Knicks. Taj Gibson's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. Portis comes in for Randall. Maurice Harkless is checked in for Ntilikina. And it's Reggie Bullock in for Wayne Ellington. And the shot is good. And the Knicks lead by 8.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Here's Mikhailuk. And again, it's the Pistons missing.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Bullock passes to Gibson. Some nice passing by New York here. Bullock kicks to Barrett. Ripped away. Brown with it. Picked up by Barrett. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Oh, yeah, bang, bang. An impressive sequence that has them fired up.
Nice shot by Portis.
And this speaks to how strong Portis is. It's obvious he enjoys showing off that muscle.
Brown kicks to Doumbouya. 1:09 left in the first half of basketball. New York leading by 8. Here's Barrett, and he banks in the layup.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Here's Mikhailuk. Beyond the arc. The rebound by Gibson. The Knicks have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. And Portis throws it down.
Impressive at getting to the rack. Can't allow Portis to get ahead of steam like this here.
And the pass to Snell. Inside. Here's Doumbouya. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Taj Gibson picks one up.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
That free throw, no good.
Sekou Doumbouya showing flashes of his potential.
He's a rangy, high-flying small forward. He's still figuring it out, but the physical tools are off the charts.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Knox, he's checked in for Bobby Portis. And it's Payton in for Barrett. No good from Gibson. Pistons trail by 11. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Snell, back to Wood. And again, it's the Pistons missing. With 4 seconds on the clock, and Harkless slams it in.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. And so it's New York looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. They've kept the tempo quick and the defense on its heels, and it's gotten them up big. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge. Thanks for the great interview, David, and we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. New York came out looking very confident. They had the upper hand early, defense and offense clicking, opening up an 8-2 run after the tip. At the close of the first quarter, their lead was a healthy 9 points.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Bobby Portis with a strong contribution so far in this one.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Bringing the physicality. I mean, they kept working it to him, and he kept delivering.
Taj Gibson is out there with Randall. Then there's Elfrid Payton. Then there's Mo Harkless. And it's Barrett at the 2-guard spot. So that's who Tom Thibodeau starts the second half with. Pass to Kennard. Kicks it to Snell. Now here's Griffin. Over Gibson. That shot by Griffin, no good.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
The shot's good. Greg, you were drafted 12th overall by the New York Knicks and then 2nd overall by the Grizzlies in the expansion draft. So you've had a very unique view of being in that position in 2 different settings.
Yeah, I mean, 2 very different cities, but really each beautiful in its own way. The New York draft, obviously coming out of college, that was like a dream come true to go and play for Pat Riley and then get the opportunity to go and be a part of a brand new team in a new country, if you will, was also a really cool experience as well.
I hope we can take a petition started by you and me to get the NBA back in Vancouver. I miss
and
going
Seattle,
to Vancouver.
right? Let's get back in both those cities.
Exactly. The Knicks making a switch here. Robinson's checked in. Heaton. Detroit with the rebound.
Even when the D is playing off of him, the mid-range jumper shouldn't be the shot they're looking for.
Back to Kennard. Just over a minute and a half played here in the 3rd.
Playing him tough inside and preventing the layup. That'll get the whole team pumped up.
And Randall throws it down.
You see the good speed, especially for a power forward. Randall making plays in transition.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Kennard's shot is off.
That's a big donut, folks, here. Start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
And Ellington's checked in for New York. Frank Ntilikina comes in for Elfrid Payton. And then for Detroit, Thon Maker's checked in for Christian Wood. And McRae's subbed in for Tony Snell. Robinson, that's good.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
And stolen by Ellington. And here's the fast break. Randall leading it all the way. And Randall throws it down.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
Oh, and they're showing no signs of letting up. I love this approach right now. They value each possession.
And again, New York running the court in transition. And Mo Harkless, the basket on the assist from Robinson. And it's 6 points for Harkless.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively. They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Ellington dishes to Harkless. Now Detroit moving it up. Griffin leading the charge, and it's blocked, and he's able to get it back. Knicks on offense. It's a 12-2 run here. Good pace. It's stolen by Maker. And now the Pistons fast break. Here's McRae, defended by Harkless. Can't connect from short range. And that's a foul called on Jordan McRae. That's his first foul for the Knicks. Bobby Portis is checked in for Randall. Kevin Knox comes in for Harkless. And it's Reggie Bullock in for Frank Ntilikina. Ellington the pass to Robinson. Back to Ellington. Pass to Portis. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Portis has got 8.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Passes to Mikhailuk. Back to Rose. Nice ball movement by Detroit. The pass to Mikhailuk. Now Henson. Robinson with the block. Here's Bullock. The shot missing. The Pistons go the other way with it. And now the Pistons fast break. Here's Rose. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. And the basket by Knox.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Outside Rose. Out to the right wing. Here's Henson. No good that time. Great D that time from Portis. Bullock kicks to Robinson. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Yep, that one goes in there.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Outside Rose. Robinson with the block. And they'll keep possession. One-on-one fast break. Here's Portis. And Portis throws it down.
well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, and it hasn't just been the offensive output. They're putting in the work at the defensive end as well.
And so it's New York leading by a full 31 points at the end of the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Makes it a tough play to defend because you also have to guard against him taking it himself.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And on the floor for Detroit here in the 4th, we've got John Henson. Brandon Knight is out there with Brown. Then there's Doumbouya, and it's Galloway in at the 3. Back to Henson.
And every miss finds its way to his hands. Well, what an impressive performance.
And it's more than just being in the right place at the right time. I mean, he's been active and aggressive.
Back to Knox. Smith on the wing. 6 to shoot. Baseline try. It's hauled in by Brown. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. And there it is for him. Doumbouya's got the first points up on the board here in the 4th for Detroit.
Good anticipation on the feed. He knows exactly where to go with that ball.
Here's Robinson. Rebound by the Pistons.
That's a break for the D right there. I mean, he takes advantage of open looks inside more often than not.
Doumbouya can't get it to go. One thing we've seen from these guys is excellent passing.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync.
And Sekou Doumbouya is going to pick up a foul. That's foul number 2 for him. And New York making a change here. Ntilikina's checked in. Jordan McRae, he's checked in for Detroit. Down low, here's Henson. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. Taj Gibson picks one up.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
Yeah, going defense to offense in an instant. Every team now calibrated to do that.
Maurice Harkless is checked in for the Knicks. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Maker's checked in. The Pistons have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Brown outside. Now here's Doumbouya, covered by Smith. Offensive rebound, Maker, a beautiful reverse layup.
Showing he has some touch. Now for Maker, it's more about adding the muscle so he can become more dangerous.
Here's Smith. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does. Julius Randle's checked in for New York. R.J. Barrett comes in for Ntilikina. Pass to Barrett. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. 6 points for R.J. Barrett.
Willing to work the ball to his open teammate, Smith Jr. This is what leaders do best.
Back to Rose. 3-pointers, Snell. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Randle's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Barrett. It's hauled in by Wood. Wood's got his 5th rebound in this one. Kennard on the wing. Goes up the baseline. And again, it's the Pistons missing. For New York, they've gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the 4th. A lot of misses, just the one make. And Barrett slams it in.
Explosive, Off the bounce with great body control. Barrett's most effective when going downhill.
Detroit, no good that time either. New York shooting a superb 63% from the field.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will, and you can safely say mission accomplished now for New York.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Julius Randle.
I mean, he had a plan for how to attack the D. He executed and never let up. Relentless offensive basketball.
Pass to Snell. Now Rose. Three-pointer. And Snell is good for three.
And you can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, how they ended this one is much different than how they started it. And that's a shame.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, I love how they play for one another out there. No signs of selfishness. They're just a total team effort.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Portis, he's checked in for Gibson. Kevin Knox comes in for Maurice Harkless. And Damian Dotson subbed in for Barrett. Back tonight. Brown right side. And the basket by Maker.
Toughness and energy on the boards, and an easy putback to show for it.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. And then Randle slams it in.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
And that's why they're in the driver's seat right now, looking to put this one away.
Brown outside. It's rebounded by New York. Launches it. No good there. So no problem for New York as they get the win. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got...
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. For Chris Webber, Craig Anthony. Washington's starting group. Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Ball runs the point with Beal at the 2. And it's Bonga in at the 3, the small forward. And for New York, Taj Gibson is out there with Julius Randle. Then there's Elfrid Payton. Then it's R.J. Barrett. And it's Harkless in at the small forward.
Randle getting up there, explosive vertically on that play with great timing.
And Bones, when you look at R.J. Barrett, what's the next step in his game?
So if the next stage offensively, GA, is that he's got better shot selection overall and a bit more consistency from the three-point line, then it's about setting the tone and taking on the defensive challenge every night. That's what a good leader can do, and this team is looking for one.
And Washington has possession, following the score by New York. Here's New York. Payton surveying the floor. About a minute played so far here in the first. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Payton being aggressive, a mindset that the coaches have encouraged with him. Stay aggressive out there.
And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Yeah, that's a tough one. An experienced player in the pro game shouldn't be making that pass.
Dishes to Gibson. Randle left side. And Randle throws it down.
Some agility shown there by Julius Randle with that frame, able to find a way to score.
And Wall kicks to Bryant. To the left side wing. Hachimura, the pass to Bryant. Here's Wall. Nice ball movement by Washington. Passes it to Bonga. Shot clock at 6. Here's Bryant. That shot, no good. The Knicks go the other way with it. Pass to Barrett. And a fast break now for New York. And it's out of bounds. The Wizards will take it the other way. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Pass to Bonga. Back to Hachimura. Out left to the wing. Here's Wall. Banked in off the glass.
And just the overall aggressiveness. Wall enjoys taking on a challenge and succeeding, especially when the D is all over.
And it's Bryant missing. For New York, they've gone 4 of 4 to start. So a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Barrett dishes to Harkless. It's stolen by Hachimura. And here we go. Washington fast break. Bonga gets the bucket.
And how about the read from John Wall? He knows the angles, sees the opportunity, and makes the right feed.
Now here's Payton. The pass to Gibson. Back to Payton. To the middle. It's stolen by Hachimura. Outside Bryant. And Bryant slams it in.
And we continue to see Beal improve as a playmaker. Beautiful pass there.
Harkless kicks to Barrett. To the right side. Here's Gibson. Trying to get open is Randle. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And the big man, Taj Gibson, a tough, defensive-minded veteran.
Such a huge part, the foundation really, of those teams in Chicago when he was playing alongside Joakim Noah. He's one of those glue guys who's willing to take on any assignment.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Bobby Portis has checked in for Randle. Kevin Knox comes in for Maurice Harkless. Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for R.J. Barrett. And Frank Ntilikina's subbed in for Elfrid Payton. Here's Ntilikina following the bucket by the Wizards. To the left wing. It's taken away by Payton. 3-on-3. That's tipped. Now here's Bullock. Covered by Payton. Bullock good.
Uncovered at the rim. Finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Washington with the ball, following the score by New York. And it goes down 2 points.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
New York trailing. Here's Ntilikina. It's Portis atop the key. Passes it to Knox. 5 to shoot. Back to Portis. To the paint. Here's Gibson. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Mahinmi. And Gibson sends it back.
Taj Gibson doing a good job of just getting the hands up, and then the instincts come into play with the block.
And Mahinmi with the stuff. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Ntilikina looking it over. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Washington out in front. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And taking a look at the Wizards' performance here, guys, what are your thoughts?
Throughout that first, they just were aggressive on the defensive end, showing active hands.
You know, they really made a lot of good quality reads down there. Took some chances, but feeling more calculated than risky.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Taking a look at the Wizards. Smith is out there with Payton. Then there's Mo Wagner. Then there's Davis Bertans. And it's Brown in at the 3. There it goes. It's in, and the Wizards' lead is cut back down to 1 point on the basket from Ntilikina. Inside, here's Wagner. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game. Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces. But title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office. Now here's Ellington. He's guarded closely. To the inside. Knox. Missed inside.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
I'm watching Ish Smith watch his teammates. Great swing to the wide open man for the uncontested shot.
Ntilikina passes to Robinson. Now here's Ellington, covered by Payton. Ellington dishes to Robinson. Ellington with it. Brown's there. Shot is good, and the Wizards' lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Ellington. Payton passes to Wagner. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. Wagner's got his second bucket of the night.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior. And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The Knicks shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
At the line for your Knicks, Wayne Ellington.
He's off on the first for the Knicks. Julius Randle's checked in for Bobby Portis. Barrett comes in for Kevin Knox. And it's Elfrid Payton in for Ntilikina. The Wizards have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Here's Beal. Robinson with the block.
The 7'4" wingspan of Robinson going to work on that shot. Swatted away.
Washington shooting a sweet 57% clip in quarter number 2.
And Hachimura's given name, Rui, means fortress in Japanese. And that's what he looks like out there. He's worked hard in the weight room, sports a solid frame with a terrific core and that great lower body strength.
Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for the Knicks.
And quite simply, Beal is an all-NBA player in our league, a multi-dimensional guard who does many things well, especially scoring the ball.
And the Wizards making a change here. Mahinmi's checked in. And so it's New York with it, trailing by 4. Clock at 4. Pass to Barrett. New York needs to get off a shot, and it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And you combine Hachimura's power with that 7'2" wingspan, Greg. He's physically built to succeed in a positionless NBA.
And add to that, Kevin, he's got solid athleticism along with a versatile skill set. Hachimura still needs to work on creating off the dribble, shooting the jump shot with consistency, but with his work ethic, there's a good chance he turns those into strength.
Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line. That's going to send Mahimi to the line. It's on Elfrid Payton. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Second chance shot. Barrett against Beal. Barrett kicks to Robinson. To the middle, tries again. Payton gets the bucket.
How about that? The big man, Mitchell Robinson, able to find a teammate.
Wizards leading by 5. Out to the right wing. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wall.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Harkless is checked in for Mitchell Robinson. Here's Payton. Rebounded by the Wizards.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Wizards passing it around. The shot by Mahimi, no good. And so Payton will bring it up for the New York Knicks. And Thomas Bryant gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
It's his second foul, but not the end of the world. One more before halftime, though. That would change some things.
Here's Payton.
And after that solid opening quarter, you can see now he is definitely starting to cool off. No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
The pressure from Barrett helped right there. He gets the steal, and that ignites the fast break.
Pass to Hachimura. Outside, Beal. This is his second trip to the line in this one. And the first one drops. Taj Gibson's checked in for New York. And a change for the Wizards. Wagner's checked in, and both free throws good for Beal.
Well, his body control is phenomenal, and his ability to get to the line has always been impressive. That's a huge part of his game.
Now, here's Bullock, covered by Wall. Randall down low. Mahimi on him. That one's good, and the Washington lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Gibson.
The man was wide open there, and Julius Randle understood the timing to get him the ball to get that score.
Here's Wall. The putback is no good. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
A pretty close game for the Wizards throughout the first quarter. Their biggest deficit was 6 points.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. We've got Mo Harkless. Randall out there with Taj Gibson. Then there's Elfrid Payton, and it's Barrett at the 2-guard spot. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Wall, that's good.
And in the post, Wall's got a pretty well-developed game for a point guard. He can navigate his way through the big bodies with very few problems.
Gibson dishes to Payton, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Washington leading now by 5. Wall finds Hachimura. Randall grabs the board.
And Julius Randle dropping a few pounds since he came in the league. He still brings an old school physicality to the game.
He's a good rebounder and a good finisher in the paint. Still trying to develop GA using that offhand and trying to have some touch around there with the right. That'll be a critical skill moving forward, but he has other ways to get at you offensively.
Payton passes to Gibson. Back to Payton. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Payton's got 8 points.
Well, saw the opportunity, did Elfrid Payton, and inside capitalized.
The pass to Bonga. Now Beal. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Julius Randle picks one up.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. Well, Greg, with your son getting drafted, you joined the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duos.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember DeMontis as a little kid.
No
and now
kidding.
He's an all-star last year. And, you know, I think you're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son is a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad, it's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play excited, but I think you're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds. Here's Ellington, and the layup is good. Ellington's got his second bucket of the game to go.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Bertans finds Smith. All alone. No good off the front iron. Knicks trail by 3. Ntilikina passes to Knox. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Knox has got his first basket.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
To the wing right side. Back to Brown. Smith the pass to Bertans. Now here's Bryant. Back to Bertans. Here's Smith. And again, Washington no good. So it's Ntilikina who brings up the ball for the Knicks. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Mitchell Robinson's checked in for the Knicks. Reggie Bullock comes in for Ntilikina.
And Kevin Knox's father played professional football when Kevin was growing up. That may be where he gets some of his toughness from.
Here's Wagner. Robinson with the block. He dishes it to Bullock. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assists. Robinson's got 3 assists now in this one. Back to Smith. Passes it to Bertans. Nice ball movement by Washington. Payton's shot is off. Here's New York. This run now up to 13-2. Outside Portis. A minute 20 left here in the third quarter. Here's Knox. He's covered by Brown. Misses from short range. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. This is his first chance at the line tonight. That's good from Wagner. A different look for New York. Randall's checked in for Portis. R.J. Barrett comes in for Kevin Knox. And it's Payton in for Wayne Ellington. The Wizards also changing it up. Mahimi's checked in for Bertans. Bradley Beal comes in for Payton. And it's John Wall in for Ish Smith. That one good for 2.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Down low, here's Beal. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Beal's got 4 this quarter.
Can't let Beal get that comfortable because he's so efficient once he gets in that area.
In the corner, Barrett with it. Back to Payton. Kicks to Barrett. Wall with a block.
A stellar all-around defender. Wall enjoys rising up and denying shooters.
Here's Beal, and finished off by Beal.
And you can see the importance of that steal. Really a 4-point swing with the conversion at the other end.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Payton with the ball. Now Beal defending. Payton passes to Bull. Back to Payton. Shot clock at 5. Goes back up. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. It's a tie game in New York. And when we return, we'll get... And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Even though the position is called shooting guard, passing part of your responsibilities in today's game.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Fourth quarter on the court for the Wizards. Ball runs the point with Beal at the 2. On out there with Hachimura. And it's Wagner in at the center, locking down the middle. Outside, Beal. Over to the left wing. Here's Hachimura. No good. Shot missing. Great D that time from Gibson. Floats it up for Randall. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. It's good.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
To the middle. Here's Barrett. Whoa, with a block. And he recovers it. Barrett, no good.
I think he rushed that one just a little bit, thinking the defense was going to get close. They weren't.
Wall's shot is off.
Okay, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Wagner finds Brown. Here's Beal. Makes it off the glass. Beal's got the game tied up here for the Wizards.
That's an excellent play call to free him up from the defense.
Well, taking advantage of that opportunity, it does not get any more high percentage than that one.
Out of bounds, Washington takes possession, and the Knicks making a change here. Harkless is checked in. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Ball passes to Bonga, and it's Beal in the corner. To the paint to take the lead, and it's laid in by Bryant.
And the instincts there from Hachimura. Notice the overcommitment by the defense and then makes the right pass.
Payton drives in, gets that one to fall. That's his 6th field goal. He has shot the ball 12 times.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. It's going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
Here's Barrett, and he gets the bucket. And the Knicks lead by 2.
Yeah, he's going to find a way to score. RJ sniffing out the opportunity there.
Wall passes to Bryant, and Bryant slams it in.
Very little resistance against that throwdown.
Nope, not what they want to see in a game this close, Greg.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
Payton pass to Barrett. Looking for Gibson. He gets it there. Some nice passing by New York here. Payton dishes to Gibson. Clock at 6. Up top, Harkless. Lets it fly. The putback. Rebound, Washington. .157 left in the fourth quarter. And that one is good from Bradley Beal.
Not shying away from the spotlight. Beal wanting to be the guy to come up big for his team.
Randall passes to Payton. It's stolen by Bryant. By himself. And Wall with the slam.
And this is why Coach trusts Wall in these situations. He has a knack for making the right play at the right time.
Payton with the ball. Now Beal defending. And the basket by Payton.
Big time shot from Elfrid Payton.
The Wizards with the lead. Here's Hachimura. And the dunk by Hachimura.
One thing you can say about Hachimura, he is not afraid of the challenge.
Payton attacking. Wall with some nice defense. Wizards leading by 4. Bryant passes to Hachimura. And the dunk by Hachimura.
And you see the composure of Hachimura, not feeling the pressure of the moment at all.
Payton right side. And they double up Payton. Pass to Harkless. That shot misses. Wall with some nice defense. And here we go. Here's Bryant. And Bryant slams it in.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
And that's how you answer. I'd say he just one-upped him. Pretty good one there.
These two guys really, really like going at each other, don't they? Here's Beal, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming. And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And I think they realize any hope of a comeback is gone.
Well, realistic at this stage of the game, they're going to lose this one, but will they take something from the loss?
Gibson passes to Payton. Back to Gibson. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Well, you risk getting torched when somebody's open. Payton's skilled enough to find the open man.
And so it's the Wizards with the win. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.